Hello, I'm Blessing, and today, as you can see, we are at Corby Town Council, the new office, and today they're having a great celebration and they're at 75. So I want you to follow me while we go in there to interview some wonderful people who can tell us more about Corby. Stay tuned. Yeah, we are here at Kobe 75 today, and we're here to meet some special people, and they're here to tell us more about Kobe. And right with me here, I have a very wonderful person who I would like him to tell us one or two things about Kobe. And mind you, this is Affinity TV. We are here live and direct to tell you more about Kobe. Yeah, hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm Blessing. Can we meet you, please?
Hello, Blessing. I'm Paul Balmer. I'm a local teacher and youth worker in Corby, and I spend most of my time working with young teenagers, teaching them music. So I teach guitar, bass and drums, and I work at Brook Western Academy. But I also have a youth club on a Saturday called the Oakley Rangers. We've been going for 18 years, and hundreds of young people have come and learned about making their own rock music.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much. And as you can see, look, this is today Kobe is 75, and that's why a lot of people are gathering here. Please, I would like you to tell me one or two things about Kobe. My viewers want to know one or two things about this environment. I want to tell you something special about Kobe, please.
Okay, well, Corby as a town started in 1934 when the steelworks opened, and gradually the town grew as the steelworks grew, and in 1950 it became a new town officially and had its own charter as a new town. And so lots of people came into Corby to work, including people like me. And so I've been working as a teacher here. People have come to work in the steelworks, they've come to work at Weetabix, and they've come to work at lots of different places. And Corby keeps growing. It's the fastest growing town.
It keeps growing.
Fastest growing town in England.
So, Kobe, we wish Kobe more of this, more of years to come. I just want you to tell me one thing, like what more good things are we expecting here in Kobe? Because I can see, I came to Kobe and I see a lot of renovation going on. Are we expecting more good things in Kobe, more, beautiful things to come in Kobe?
Yes, Corby's still growing.
Okay, still
we've got an Olympic swimming pool.
Yeah.
We've got a fabulous library. We have a new cinema, which is fantastic. A multiplex cinema. And so Corby continues to grow. And lots of people come here, and it's very welcoming. And of course, we have a great MP now who's going to help build Corby. And cut.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and it's nice having you. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Thank you. Nice meeting you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, my name's Mick Willie. I came to Corby in 1974 when I joined Northamptonshire Police. At that time, Corby was very different to what it is now. It wasn't multiracial like it is now. I think we had one man of colour in the whole town.
Wow.
A man called Pascal.
Really?
We had a Rangers club in the town, like they have in Glasgow. We had Norwich Lodge. It was very traditional. In the 70s, we held the World Bagpipe Championships. So they came from as far away as Australia and New Zealand to compete.
Wow.
Corby Steelworks course shut, in the beginning of the 80s. And they thought it was going to be the death of the town, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
I had this slogan, Corby Works, after Corby Steelworks.
Yeah.
And it's been true. Corby does work. It's never had really mass unemployment. It's the fastest growing town in the country, and proud to think that I can treat this at home.
Yeah, thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so my name is Robin Findlay. I'm the General Secretary of a union for foster carers called the National Union of Professional Foster Carers. I've lived in Corby all my life. My background is in immigration law and also arranging conferences and events around the world. But yeah, Corby's the best place to be for all sorts of different things. The ethnicities that are in Corby now are very good, and there's a whole range of people and things to do in Corby. So don't let people put you off coming to Corby, it's the best place.
Wow, thank you so much. It's nice having you. And I want to ask you one question. What are the Corbians, people living in Corby, what are they expecting? We want more like us who come to join the Corby, who come to live in Corby. What are we expecting?
You should expect to meet friendly people. So a lot of people are very friendly. It doesn't matter if they're Polish, Ukrainian, if they're from different parts of Africa, if they're from London, if they're from anywhere, you tend to find that the neighbourhoods will always look after you.
Thank you so much, Robin. It's nice speaking with you, and we are honored to have you.
Thank you. Nice to speak to you as well.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to Corby Town Council's commemoration evening. Tonight, we mark a truly significant milestone. It's the 75th anniversary of Corby being granted New Town status in 1950. Over the past three-quarters of a century, Corby has undergone remarkable transformations, evolving and growing in ways that reflect the spirit and resilience of its people. This evening, we've gathered to reminisce, to celebrate and to reflect on the incredible journey that brought us to where we are today. This event wouldn't have been possible without the dedication and hard work of the council officers, Alison and Rachel at the back and Stuart by the door. So if everyone could just give them a round of applause because all the displays that you see, their heart and soul's gone into all these pictures. So yeah, thank you very much. We would also like to thank James Hay from Corby Heritage Centre, whose extensive knowledge and collection of slides from the family of Derek Mears offers a fascinating glimpse into Corby's past. Dennis Taylor, I don't know if anyone heard Dennis's interview. Where is Dennis? Oh yeah, he was also on BBC Radio Northampton this morning. He's generously provided many of the photographs that you see here tonight, and he's a treasure trove of local history. So thank you, Dennis. Thank you. Rotra Anderson is also here sharing her memories of Corby. So thank you for being here as well. Deep Roots, Tall Trees and New Pioneers, whose beautiful music provided the perfect ambience that we've had in the background. Potentially you couldn't hear that because there's so many people here, which is great, but that has been playing. Ian Bateman, whose breathtaking drone footage capturing Corby from a unique perspective. Is it going to be shown? It's on now. But yeah, thank you. And we've also been sharing some of those videos. And Beverly Blackburn, who's donated some of the books that are out on display tonight. And obviously Paula Bolton, who's kindly donated her books, Kids of Steel, as well, to the Town Council tonight, which is brilliant. So yeah, thank you to all those people, because without this it wouldn't have been possible. So thank you very much. So yeah, round of applause. So yeah, tonight's commemoration is just the beginning of a series of events celebrating this momentous occasion. We're thrilled to announce the launch of an exciting detective-themed treasure trail around Corby. So this is perfect for Easter holidays, if anyone's got kids. So it's designed for all ages, however. So it's a treasure trail that we've worked with a company that have, looked at Corby's heritage, and so everybody take a free treasure trail map, and that's up and running as of today. So you'll learn about the history and get out and about in Corby, which is important. So we've also collaborated with various partners to create a diverse range of projects. Made with Many has commissioned an artist, Fiona Richards, who's going to lead Mapping with Corby 75 Years of Connections. This project will involve a series of workshops where residents can create personalised road signs, transforming familiar streets into artistic expressions of community. So we look forward to seeing that. Thank you, Made with Many. Community Corby Arts project Sign of the Times will showcase 2 large-scale textile maps of Corby created by Women's Work 1995 and Patchwork Pals 2024. The Patchwork Pals map, making its public debut, will be displayed in a town centre shop, sparking conversations about Corby's landmarks. Additionally, a local filmmaker will capture these conversations for a short film, and a commemorative book will be produced. Finally, we've also partnered with Courtney Johnson from the Carbon Theatre, who will be working and delivering on a portrait project that will be published in a book, and they will be working on a tapestry project, a weekend extravaganza for families to create a town out of cardboard and materials in the core between the 17th and 19th of April, capturing the oral histories of our town. So we hope you enjoy this evening of reminiscence and celebrations, and thank you very much for everybody for attending tonight. And I would now like to introduce Chuck, the poet.
Oh, unaccustomed, as I say, to doing such things, ladies and gentlemen, as a podcaster, a broadcaster. I am on Corby Radio. It's nice to see Corby Radio on the timeline up there, if you've not seen it on the wall. I've been approached by Corby Town Council. Give them a big cheer. Because oddly enough, I'd written this poem a couple of years ago off the back of the one I'd written for the Pole Fair that appeared on BBC Look East. So that was really good. But I'd written this because A, I'm from Corby, B, I'm passionate about Corby, and I think it makes some sense. So if you've seen this or not heard this before, it is out on their YouTube channel, but this is a poem I'd written called "'Cause Corby is Nothing But Unique." Being a new town, it's not so old. Stuarts and Lloyds made a Scottish stronghold. Back doors were open in every household. Streets strewn with iron filing, so not much gold, because Corby is nothing but unique. With a boating lake devoid of boats, out at a weekend you don't wear coats. So one great night out on a £5 note, held championships for eating porridge oats. Because Corby is nothing but unique. A big square cube is a centrepiece. Getting wrecked at Bips was a release. Shut down fortnight was spent in Greece. Deaf from the plug mill, you need an earpiece, because Corby is nothing but unique. From Sloopy jeans to Commodore, Weetabix, Avon, RS and more. Some chopped and sliced to make coleslaw. Pipeline under the ocean, it's so offshore, because Corby is nothing but unique. Watch foundry men and steel men. Occupation Road was home for both, and then one moved to the Triangle, then moved again. In a town where ladies call each other hen, because Corby is nothing but unique. People shop in Tesco and in PJs and night dress. Bits of the Eckie are still a bit of a mess, but it's hailed as friendly, so I must confess, we have no links whatever to a trouser press, because Corby is nothing but unique. A crater on Mars credits the town. The streets around the centre named after the crown. On the crest of Rocky Hill, watch the sun go down. Every Tory MP is regarded a clown, because Corby is nothing but unique. Toxic town proclaimed Netflix, but it's supportive and helpful when in a fix. Corby's identity's on politics, settled with a double from the optics, because Corby is nothing but unique. There are many a woods to walk straight through, as this best-selling drink is Iron Brew. North London Shearer waits by Choo Choo. Why not come and visit us do, because Corby is really not that bleak, but pointless if you want antique. Come and take a look, please take a peek, because Corby is nothing but unique. Thank you. Are you coming back, Felicity? Right then. Is the mayor cutting the cake? The mayor, ladies and gentlemen!
Is that to make sure I don't get off with the cake?
Let's make sure. Oh, a knife.
I'm not usually allowed, Don.
I know, it's not that sharp. Not that sharp.
Right. We all ready? It seems a pity to do this, doesn't it? Such a beautiful cake. So that half's for me. Yay! No problem, Paul.
What happens next? It's all gone quiet.
Well, we see you've got your guitar, Paul. Are you going to give us a verse?
It's not my guitar.
Is it not your guitar? Oh, I see.
Well, to avoid the pregnant pause, ladies and gentlemen, I would just like to say thank you to everyone who's attended this evening, and to iterate the thanks afforded to the staff, our officers, Felicity, Ali, Rachel and Stuart. Excellent work, loads of work went into this. As everyone knows, things like this take a lot of work and people don't realise what goes on in the background. I know that for weeks on end, the 4 staff have been toiling away at it. A lot of us have been busy in other things. Of course, we've an election coming in 4 weeks' time, so everyone's flat out at the moment. But thanks very much indeed for giving your time over this evening. Unfortunately, I have a mayoral engagement this evening, so I'm going to have to be off in about half an hour. Once the cake's been eaten. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm Paula Bolton, and I am born and bred in Corby.
Wow.
I've been here since 1956.
Wow, that's beautiful. So I have gotten someone who's going to tell me more about Corby, what I've been looking for. You're one of those people I've been searching for. So please, can you tell me, we know very well that Corby is 75 today.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what it takes to bring up this occasion, please?
Well, my father came to Corby as the first chemist because the town was growing. It was a brand new town. And so I spent the first few years of my life outside Stanley Bolton's chemist shop on Gainsborough Road, which is now the European supermarket. But it was a beautiful town. People came here who hadn't got housing elsewhere, and they came to the town and found themselves with a beautiful house. I grew up across. There was lots of grass, lots of places to play for children, and I was at Hazley's school. And what's really nice is I now run forest school teaching at Hazley's, and a little boy said to me last week, it's 60 years since you were here at the same age as me. So, you know, the town has changed a lot. And my role in the town, I left to study, but I came back, and basically I have been chronicling the town. So what we have here, this is Steel Kids. This is one of the books that I've written, because basically I've been running theatre groups in the town. So in 1998 the council asked me to start something in the summer to keep children off the streets. So I started Shout Youth Theatre, and that's what this book is, 20 years of that youth theatre group, and we made plays about what they wanted to shout about. So there's everything from migration, community regeneration, teenage pregnancy, you name it, all sorts of topics, and it tells the story of the town through drama. So yeah, that's
Thank you so much. And two more questions, please. Yeah, what are we expecting? I want us to, the Corbians, people living in Corbian, what are your encouragements to them? What are you encouraging? What are we expecting?
So the future, I think the future will stay the same. In terms of the spirit of Corby, we're a very friendly town. I think that people need to remember to connect with their neighbours. That's what we need to do. In 2016, I wrote a symphony called The Sounds of Home, and I interviewed 30 different nationalities, and I asked them what music reminded them of home, and we had an event where people came in national costume, and we listened to the symphony in the core, and that to me is what we are. We are a town that's woven of threads of culture and music from all over the world, and that's the way Corby's going, and that's what we need to celebrate. So
thank you so much, and we're so honored to have you in our midst today. Thank you. Do have a wonderful night. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name's Chuck the Poet. I'm a stand-up comedy performance poet, a broadcaster, podcaster, and generally good guy, and likes Corby.
Woo! So, can you tell me one or two things about Corby? Because we know today Corby is 75. Can you tell me a few things about Corby? What do you know about Corby?
So Corby Town, the town itself is 75 years old. The football club was founded in 1948, so it's only 74. Is that right? Anyway, 48, yeah, 3 off. Anyway. So it's a great town. Obviously, there's bits of the towns, bits of the old village that were here in 800 when Corey came over from Denmark with the other Anglo-Saxons and put a town here. And this is where we're in Corby Old Village. And it wasn't until maybe the late 1800s when they built the railway line coming down from Leicester and Oakham, and they brought it through and they found iron ore, and 20 years after that iron ore production started in Corby and the town grew from 1,000 people to 30,000 people in 20 years. So yeah.
Wow, beautiful. As we know, we the Corbians, people living in Corby, we've seen a lot of beautiful things in Corby, and we love Corby. All right, I want you to encourage us and tell us more to see in Corby.
Corby's got a great amount of, ultimately it's a very friendly town. So if you come here, people will talk to you. It's not as if you're in London, they'll walk past you. It's a very friendly town, they'll come and talk to you. There's some lovely things to see. The town centre, it's a bit pedestrian. But you only have to go around the outskirts, walk through the woods, the ancient woods of Corby, some lovely little walks down by the boating lake and around the other woods in town. It's fantastic, and it's really kind of tranquil. There's that rush that you get everywhere else. When you're in London for the day, everybody's running around. In Corby, it's not like that. It's chilled. It's kind of calmed down. So it's a great place to come and visit. It's a great place if you want to live here. We will tell you how it is. We're pretty much up front. So if you wind somebody up, they will tell you.
All right.
Because it's always been a hard town because all the Scots came down from Motherwell and Glasgow. If you go out for a drink in Corby, you won't get the question, what would you like? They will get, what do you want?
What do you want?
But that's a threat, you know what I mean? So it's that kind of a hard town, and you've got to understand it. But people are very friendly, they're quite accommodating, and they're always there to help you if you're in a fix.
Thank you so much. Is there anything new coming up? Is there anything we're expecting to kick off anymore from because in the town centre I saw some construction coming up. So is there anything new coming up in Corby?
Well,
in future,
They've knocked down the old what was Presto Safeway, and then it became lastly it was called the Co-op. So that's a superstore that's come down. They'll be building flats there in the town centre, which will be quite useful if you want to live somewhere near the town, very, very central. But I don't think there's much else going around. There's loads of sporting events coming up because it's the end of the season. Corby Town should be in the playoffs. They're quite a big team, well supported in the town, and you've got lots of sporting events around the town. You've got a brand new, not that it's new at all, but East Carlton Park is now a designated country park, and it's only 4 miles down the road, so it's nice to go there and walk around the woods and feed the ducks. So yeah, it's great things to do. Lots of leisure time in Corby if you want to come up here, especially if you're coming up from North Londonshire and up on the train.
Thank you so much, Jack. It's nice having a word with you, and thank you for telling us more about Corby. It's nice meeting you. Thank you so much. Great to see you.
My name is Eamon Norton. I came to Corby about 20 years ago. I am originally an immigrant from the Republic of Ireland. I have lived in 6 different parts of the UK, and I can say with total confidence and sincerity that Corby is by far the most friendly and generous part of the UK in which I have ever lived. And it is a town that struggled over the many years with the closing of the steelworks. It could have been total devastation, but I am very proud that our local Labour Council did not become victims of the whole experience. They took the initiative, developed the town to what it is today. That has been a long struggle, but it is a town in which the people of Corby are exceptionally proud and should be so. The people are most friendly, and very, very generous indeed. I've seen that on so many occasions, and I feel very privileged that I've had the opportunity to live in this town and to enjoy the company of so many friendly and generous people. And I want to thank the people of Corby for making me so welcome. It's something that I will cherish for the rest of my life. I've been here 20 years and I hope to be around for a few more. But yes, I want to say a very big thank you to all those people I have known in this town for their generosity and their friendship. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Stuart McNeil and I'm a Project and Admin Officer for Corby Town Council.
My name is Dennis Taylor and I'm a local historian.
Well, today here at Corby Town Council we're marking 75 years of Corby being a new town. That designation was given on April the 1st in 1950 and it really transformed Corby from a small community with a fledgling steelworks into a town with its own identity, ever growing and diversifying over the years. So for this event we've invited a number of people from the community to mark the event basically and sharing some photos, some information from the past and some memories as well. And to that end Dennis, who's a local historian, has joined in, and Dennis, you've actually provided a lot of different things for the exhibition we've had here today. Tell us about that.
That's that. I've provided a set of photographs, the development of the extension of the town centre, but people don't seem to realise that in 1950 when it all started, it wouldn't have started if it wasn't for the Commissioner for New Towns and the Development Corporation, which was set up to help Corby and other new towns expand and build new housing. And the Development Corporation built the town centre and built the houses behind the police station, and then they built the Lincoln Estate and Kingswood Estate. So these estates built from 1950, and one of the first estates they built was where I lived, which is Wensleydale, and I lived in what they call a prefabbed house, and it was prepared somewhere else and then taken to the foundations, and then it was bolted together, and they were made of aluminium, and the aluminium was taken from recycled airplanes from World War II.
So you can see there some of the early history that we've explored tonight about Corby New Town as well. The steelworks closed more than 40 years ago, but the town recovered, it diversified, as the saying goes, and it's still known today as a town that is growing and it's got a great community spirit. So we're glad to celebrate that here today with everybody.
It's the fastest growing town in England, which is good, and the community is brilliant. I love the Corby community. They're generous, they're forgiving. Somebody from the British Legion was telling me that on Poppy Day that the money collected in Corby is far more than collected from other towns of an equivalent size. So it just goes to show the generosity of Corby people.
Yes, you've heard it all. The town is now diverse. That struck me. Thank you so much, Steve.
No
thank you for inviting Afrinity TV.
You're welcome.
And thank you for sharing the early, that was touching. And I'm sure a lot of Colombians have learned a lot from your history, from your words that you've put out there. Thank you once again.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Will.